dancing in this show for a show that's basically standard sing cabaret. I mean, there's no big chorus line numbers, but there is some amazing moves with top hats and twirly canes. You may not want to sit in the front row because sometimes the canes, you know, what can you do? Nancy's a vegetarian fanatic.
Alice's only Jews so democratic.
For a night, boy do we fight! Really inventive stuff that I think is really good for us. I think we pull it off. Comedic dancing, let's call it that. Entertaining, at the very least.
I haven't got the words, I don't know what to say. It's great. The dancing's fucking superb.
I wasn't ready for the burnouts. I wasn't ready for the jokes. I wasn't set for seeing cellulite or being parent to my folks.
Miranda and Tony, our choreographer, put together some great dancing pieces so as not to sort of detract from the storyline but to add to it. So you're not going to sort of see people flying in from the sides. Although I think I could be really good at that if there was a broomstick.
Happiness, joy.
Juice.
Is it okay to say I have no strong feelings about yellow?
Hunger? Maybe I'm just hungry.
A bit of jealousy sometimes, a bit of that.
New life. Chickens. Baby chickens. Definitely.
Forwardness.
Wealth.
Brightness and freshness.
Fear.
Sunshine.
And I think the character, Woman 1, who Miranda plays, she sort of embodies all of that.
The bitch, the vixen, the queen bee and the shrew. What men have done to those fine words we never can undo. They're strong working mothers, yes they're just like me and you. Let's redefine the shrew, the bitch and vixen.
Woman 1 and Woman 2, no names, but very, very quickly into the beginning of the show, you are struck by, I guess, their dominance. To me, they dominate the show, their storylines dominate the show.
Down in apartment A, the super's aptly named. Last week I went to the basement for hours, then I played. He says I'm super too. He calls me hot. I show those basement apartments a lot. Black and white, I'm crisp and fresh. Reliable whisper. Seals are dancing in my flesh, but I don't say a word. There are strong men in this show, but I just can't get past how real the women are.
They are women who have been left by men. They are women who have left men. They are women who have done it on their own.
My friends would scoff and say, well, I'd write him off. I kept my space for 7 nights out of 6 months. I sent him back to serve at home. I was not complaining.
There's really feminine characters in this show, and there's really tough nut hard characters in this show, and more often than not they are the same character, and you'll see both those shades within the 2 minutes of one song.
And in the evening at my window, as I watch Jersey growing dim, I feel this troubling emotion summed up in this notion. I wish I'd stayed with him.
There are so many songs in this show that actor-singers will pick up because the characters are so full and complete. And I think the women especially.
At the end of the show, even though there's no real, supposedly there's no real storyline, but I disagree, there's a definite storyline for me. But at the end of the show, you see the women who have just almost become transformed, and that really speaks to me, and that's the only reason why I did the show.
Land leaves and I'm on my own. I sit here and simply watch the moon. Tell myself I'm fine alone. Oh yes, I've been here before. Oh yes, I've been here before.
I love the women in this show. The men in this show, you know, we love them as well. They're very lovely.
That only the good God.
Manliness.
Serene,
Sadness, feeling blue.
Calmness.
Pride.
Trouble.
Cool.
The genie from Aladdin.
Order and authority.
Yeah, the genie from Aladdin.
When problems come my way as well they must. I'm proud to say I know how to adjust. My 10-year-old's best friend is smoking pot. The car will cost $1,000 I haven't got. My order says the acting bug just hit her. My teenage son is sleeping with the sitter.
It's interesting because it's written with such an 80s sensibility. So you have all these archetypes of masculinity of the 80s being deconstructed and kind of being satirized a lot of the time.
Get up tomorrow morning, big great, big bull shot, drink it and go.
I guess the male characters come off a lot less sympathetic in this show than the female characters because of that aesthetic and that idea that was going on at the time. In the end, it's just interesting stories about interesting people and whether they're likable or not, or whether they're, you know, good people or not. That still makes for good drama.